All right. Okay. Are we doing it? Yes. Recording. All right. So we're doing this one here. If I just skip ahead here, the box 5. What he asks you to do is turn on the layer numbers on. So be careful how you do this again. Make sure you click on the no, this time not on. If I click on the word numbers, it will make this the current layer, and that's not what I want to do. I want to click on the little light globe, which means it will turn on the numbers. And there's the numbers that came up, those green things. All right. So be careful. So then it's click out here. Now this one here is asking me to have the object snaps off down here. And he wants me to start drawing in here. So if I go circle, now it's asking you as well, if I, somewhere in here, it's asking us to, oh no, that's a bit later on, it's asking you to do something else, all right. So let's go to the circle command. And we've got to start from the center here, so I'll just click the center. And if I go there, it detects it. If it doesn't detect it, just hang around the perimeter of this, or this circumference. And then you can actually click there and it'll go there. Alright? So it's asking us to do that, and then just sort of go up and just guess where that is. Not much different to the first one you did, where in fact it is inaccurate. It doesn't do anything really. So we normally wouldn't want to do that if we're trying to match it up, alright? We'll try and use the quadrant option here, which will come eventually, which latches on to the if there were 4 corners of a circle, would be the 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. All right, so that's that. Let me just find out where the where we are. All right, so snap to center and go radius 5. I think that one is. All right, yeah. Snap to center. So let's go to this one here. Snap to center. Now by default, if I type something in, it's the radius that it's getting. Right, I think that's just to erase it, I think, didn't it? Okay, well, I'll just type in 5. I'll just go 5, I think. Yeah, there you go. In fact, if I typed in 5 before, you can see where it should have landed. All right, there. That one there, I think, is asking us to erase, and I didn't do that before. Okay, so that's where we are on page 42. And then it says just press enter to repeat the last command. Well, I won't do that because the last command I just put in was erase, so I won't do that. But that's a little trick you can do. And so I'll just hit the command circle, and it says start from @sign. Well, I'm not sure that's going to work. It did. Found the center there. And what it's telling us then is to type D for diameter. Enter. Now, instead of receiving the radius, it's receiving a diameter of 22, and that's landing on that one. The next one, enter again, and go @sign, which means the last place I clicked, which was the center. You don't have to keep going to the center every time. And put in this time, it says snap to the quadrant, all right? 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, all right? So this is the button you want here, or I'll go shift right click and get it from here, quadrant. And that's how you latch onto the quadrants of a circle. You see there? There's 4 of them. Any one you do, it's good enough. Alright, so that's that one. The next one, a couple more circles it says. The smaller has a radius of 4.2151, which is this one here. So if I go circle and I go to the radius there, to the center, the radius, it says, is 4.151. Okay, there you go. And that's done. And enter again to get into the command. We'll go circle and center there. And the next one, it says it's a diameter. So go D for diameter, enter, and go 12.3643, enter. There you go. So that's done. All right, so that's the circle bit. The next bit, it says we have to have multiple running objects for the next one, multiple object snaps, and it wants us to set on page 43 endpoint and midpoint. So make sure if you go right click down here and go to your settings in the object snap. There you have endpoint, midpoint. I've got quadrant as well, so that doesn't hurt. I'll leave it in there. So I'll go OK, and I move over to box 6, and it's asking me to go to the menu. If you have a look at page 44, it says go to the drop down menu. We've done that here. It wants us to go to the drop down menu, draw. In fact, we don't have to do that because those options are actually on the ribbon as well. So I just wanted to point that out, that if you go here under your home tab and click down here, you get those options as well. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is draw 2 points. So which one do we want to do? Well, there, if we go to page 45, it tells us what they all are. I won't try and do them in order so much, but I just want to do them. So basically what I'm going to do is this thing here, alright? So I'm just going to start doing it. This is a 3-point, alright? So I'm going to start from that way and work around. It's not the same way as the book, but that's fine. It's going around clockwise. So let's go with this one here, 3-point. So really all you do is go here and go to the 3-point and just pick, make sure my e-snap is on, object snap. Just pick that point, and that point, and the circle goes through there. The next one I'm going to do is 2-point, and go here, and the midpoint there. Did I have that there? Yes, there it is, the midpoint. Next one will be tan radius. So here's a tan radius. So we'll go here, and we'll go here, and the radius is 4.5. Done. The next one is tan. This one here. Oh, can do that? No, we can't do that yet. First we've got to do this one here. So do a couple more 2 points here, so we can have something there. 2 points. So this one and this one. Enter to repeat the command. No, you can't. There you go. Got you then. You can't enter and repeat the command. All right, because it will repeat the command, but it will be the plain circle command. All right. So in that case, you have to go and pick those options from here. If you want a 2-point, you go down the bottom and pick it from there. So really, your normal circle command has all those options. It's just that this thing here actually gives them to you, so you don't have to worry about inputting them in. All right. So now I've got it from there. So that's one scenario where you can't use enter to repeat the previous command because it's not exactly the same. So now I'll do my tan radius, tan, sorry, which means that line, and that circle, and it does that. And then it's just asking you to basically somewhere along the line list it. I'm just going to type li for list. I think list is actually here as well, or not really. I'm not sure where it is. It's somewhere in here. But li for list. All it's asking you to do li for list, and you can pick that, and then pick that, enter, and then it shows you that 2 circles. One's 4.5, yes, that's the number I put in, and the other one is 4.514, even though they look about the same. It's just a way of listing and measuring, getting information out of entities, and you can do that to lines and anything really. And it's not too different. Then let me add to this. Right click here and go properties, and it shows you what the radius is, 4 point there, and you can change it. So you can play around with circles and anything really. So for example, if I wanted to make that 6, it just automatically, so I can size it there. It's almost parametrically, okay? So that's a little trick there that's not in the book. All right. Alright, so there we are. That's done. Okay, and then it says save that as area 6. I'll let you save that as area 6 later so you can come back to it. It's not very widely used. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. This particular thing, it comes back on page 74, and will actually ask you to finish it off on page 74. Alright. Now, I want to finish off with this thing here, the fillet, which is 51. And I'm going quite fast here. I'm trying to, because we're going to have a break in a minute. All right, so let's go with this thing here. What it's asking us to do on page 52 or thereabouts is to use the fillet command. Now, the fillet command is this one here. It's supposed to do radiuses or radii, and it's pretty much getting its name from the filleting, as in when you're welding stuff. But generally, you get curves. But you can use it to make right angles as well, or not right angles, but sharp corners. So if I go fillet, if I click it here, and by the way, behind that, which is your next exercise, is chamfer. Okay, so you know where that is. If I click fillet, let me just close this thing here. By default, the radius is set to 0, as you can see here, which is fine because, oops, I think it disappeared. All I want to do is click this and this. So you click on the bits you want to keep, and notice it's going to trim the rest of it off. So there it is. So that's the first bit we did. And the next thing we need to do, I think, is the other line. I'm pretty sure it's this one here from memory. Yeah, so let me do that one there, I think, as well. F for fillet. I'm just typing it in this time. Click the one you want to keep, and that one there. And it took the one up and brought the other one back, and they met together, and that's what you got. Now, the next thing we need to do is set our radius to 2.5. So if I go fillet, now R for radius, or I can click on radius, go 2.5, enter, and we need to click on, click on what? Oh, sorry, this one here. Sorry, yep, this one here, and this one here, and that gives us a radius of 2.5. And what else? And also we need to do 5 and 6. Enter again, fillet command, and also do the other lines. All right, it's shown below. But what I'm going to do, in addition to the step there on page 52, because I don't want to be keeping to, I don't want to keep clicking on fillet every time. I'm going to go fillet, all right, and I'm going to go M for multiple, this one here, all right, because they're all going to be 2.5s, 7 and 8, for example. So I'm talking about, I'm talking about here. Like it says here, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So the last, see, repeat the last command and do the fillet. So the 7, 8, and 9, and 10, they're all 2.5s, the same as this one here. So I'm going to do multiple, which I just pressed multiple already. And all I've got to do now is just click on that and that. Just keep away from the corner. Just go back a bit, for example. Don't go right in the corner there. Alright, so that's what that does. And the next thing it wants you to do is fillet these two parallel lines. So if I click on this first one, the longer one, which is what it's asking you to do, and this one here, when you fillet parallel lines, it actually does a little semicircle at the end. Alright, so that's on bottom of page 52. And then he wants you to do on bottom of page 53, he wants you to do the other one, which is the so that the semicircle starts on the end point of the shorter line. So really, he wants you to start it from, click this one first, and then that one, and see how it's just trimming the other one back. Alright, now the last one is on bottom of page 53. It says that that radius up there is 5, and this one down here is 12. So what I've got to do now is actually change my radius before I do the next bit, and go 5, and click that, and that. Alright, and you can actually change it halfway now. I didn't think you could do that in previous releases, or you can come out of the command and do it. But now we've got 12 there. Now I want to show you something else as well, which is not in the book. Alright, now if I decided gee, okay, we've got a minute. Gee, I didn't want that to be that radius after all, or yeah, that was, last one I put in was 12, but I want to do another one over here, say this one here, and I want that one to be 0 basically. Now I don't have to go through and change it to 0, because I might be thinking of doing some more 12s later. So for momentarily I can actually override what the radius is by holding the shift key down and clicking on the two lines whilst holding the shift key down, and just overrides it. If I didn't hold the shift key down, this is what I would have got. That, right? So, and similarly, if you decided, oh no, that should have been that, like that, then you can just do it, and you have to erase that bit. You can't, it doesn't get rid of it, okay? So that's the my little exercise on, and the same with chamfer. Shift key will actually overwrite the chamfer so you get a sharp end. I'll stop this now.